Welcome to the official episode 2 of Kick Pass Punch, where we cover the NFL, soccer generally, and professional wrestling. Today, we're going to focus on soccer and professional wrestling because the only thing that happened in the NFL this weekend is the Combine, and the Combine is stupid for anybody who's not a general manager. It doesn't tell you anything. You don't get any real information. And I guess Deebo Samuel got traded. That's something.
Deebo Samuel was traded to the Commanders for a fifth round pick. Which could be something.
Which tells you probably everything you need to know.
About how
he's valued.
He's valued, yeah.
So, other than that, I can't think of anything that happened in the NFL that's worth talking about this weekend. So,
I'd agree with that. I mean, I haven't seen anything happen. So, we are going to start out with, we made official predictions for the show last night. So, M is me and D is him. So these were our predictions. He got Bianca Belair correct. I got Liv wrong. We both got Kevin. We both got Tiffany and Trish. And then I got John Cena winning the Chamber correct. So that tiebreaker ended up being needed, and I lost because he had no on Cody selling his soul, and I had yes on Cody selling his soul. So, he is awarded with our Predictions World Championship. He is our inaugural champ, at least for the show. We've had this title in the family before, but I was holding it before, so he defeated me for it last night.
all right.
Okay. So, without further ado, let's get started.
All right.
You want to start?
So you want to start with the Chamber?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, obviously, the only thing to talk about coming out of the gate with regard to the Chamber is John Cena is now a bad guy. What are your T's?
I don't know what that means.
Your thoughts?
Okay, that's what I thought. One of them needed to be a heel. Going into WrestleMania, one of them needed to be a heel. Okay. Whether it be Cody or Cena.
Yeah.
I thought that Cena was going to be a face, and Cena was going to lose, and then Jey Uso was going to turn heel, leading into Backlash, and John Cena would challenge Jey Uso for that title. I thought Jey Uso would start doing more and more heelish things after winning the title, leading to a John Cena, Jey Uso match at Backlash or something after Backlash in Mexico.
Yeah.
But obviously that did not happen.
Yeah. Here's how I came to the conclusion that John Cena, the heel turn, was the more likely scenario. And I will admit, I did not pick Cena to win. I picked Drew McIntyre. I definitely bought into the internet hype. But in my head, in the is it Cody or is John that's going to turn heel? One of the things that people often talk about is John Cena and the kids and the Make-A-Wish Foundation and all of he grants more wishes than anyone else and everyone. And then I remembered that WWE, when they thought it was going to be his last WrestleMania ever, brought like 30 Make-A-Wish kids to WrestleMania And they formed a tunnel for John Cena to run out of for their Make-A-Wish, and then watched John Cena get his ass kicked. And they had these Make-A-Wish kids crying on the ramp.
Hey,
because
you can't say that.
They did not know, like, they did not understand the game, and I realized that, oh, they don't actually care. They do what's best for them in any given moment. And don't get me wrong, I think it's the right choice. I think last night was probably the best PLE of the Hunter era.
And that includes WrestleMania 39 and 40?
Yeah. As a whole, as an entire event, yeah, I do. I think the women's chamber match was extraordinary. I think it was better than the men's match. I think the angle after the match overshadowed and elevated the men's match probably above where it probably would have been considered if that angle hadn't happened.
And the women's match only had 5 competitors.
Yeah. But I mean, think about, you start with Jade returning.
Yeah. I know you thought that we were gonna get Becky.
Yeah.
You thought Becky. I thought Becky was gonna take Naomi's.
Yeah,
Naomi's spot.
I predicted that Jade would come and take Naomi out, and I thought they would put a 6th person back in. They just decided not to do that. They just decided to go forward with 5. But to start the show with Jade turning on Naomi and closing it with Cena turning on Cody. Like, it's just, I mean, it's just a great show.
He didn't turn on Cody. He turned on everyone.
It's a great show.
He turned on everyone. He turned on fans.
He
turned on the people.
Smartly booked show.
He turned on the people.
The women's tag match was fine. It was good. They did fine. They did what they were supposed to do. It didn't need to be there. Would I have preferred that they just did Rhea and Io last night instead of holding that off for tomorrow? Yeah, sure, absolutely. But
that elevates Raw. That elevates
sure.
Raw.
Yeah, I get the why, but and you want to get Trish a match in Toronto.
Also, you have the speculation of the whole Bianca standing at the ramp with Ripley and Io. The 3 of them.
And
would be a phenomenal match.
So now the question is, as right now, today, March 2nd, who wins? Does Cody win and hold off Cena, or does Cena win and get the 17th now? Or is there a bigger story to tell?
So after that, this is gonna sound probably insane, but I think they're gonna make like a second authority, pretty much, but they're gonna call it like the corporate, and they're gonna basically run a Shield angle with Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu is going to turn on Solo, and
he's going to join Brock.
He's going to join
Cena
and The Rock.
Okay.
And then it's going to be them.
So the question though is, does Cena win the World Championship at WrestleMania?
Right, I'm getting there.
Okay.
And then Cena does not defeat Cody. We get the big no, because Jay's gonna win. Nope, Cena does. I think Cena beats him at WrestleMania.
And he wins now.
I think he wins now. And then Cody wins it back at SummerSlam or something like that.
I still think that the way to go is you take the whole year and you tell this one story. Cena did what he thought he had to do. He loses. The Rock turns on him. And
one of them becomes face. What if they
and
accidentally...
Cena still ends up winning the championship, but not till SummerSlam. But by then, he's back to being a face. And so that the fans can actually cheer for him winning. I think that they want the fans to cheer for him when he wins. And they're not. Not if he wins at WrestleMania, they're not going to cheer.
They're going to boo for like a second, and then they're going to be like, "Oh wait, he just won the 17th," and they're going to cheer.
No, because if he wins at WrestleMania, he's going to do it by cheating.
Oh yeah. No, you can't have him win the 17th by cheating.
If he wins at WrestleMania, he's going to do it by cheating. And that's why I don't think that they do it.
Yeah, no. You can't give it to him in a cheat. You can't make him cheat to win the 17th. Unless you're going to give him 18.
So, let's take the story the whole way. Right? Cena loses at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, the roles get reversed again. Cena's back to being a face. And Cody is the bad guy.
The bad guy, yeah.
And Roman helps Cena win at SummerSlam, setting up
I swear if you
Roman Rock for WrestleMania 42.
How does that all set up Roman Rock?
Because they've flipped. When Cena returns to being face and Cody turns heel, the Rock is instrumental in that.
Oh, and now Cody's on
and
the
now
side.
Roman comes out and betrays the Rock. And
okay.
And that sets up Roman Rock.
I thought you were about to start
for the next WrestleMania.
I thought you were about to start talking about Cody and the Bloodline again. I was gonna
throw
something out a window.
No.
Cody and the Bloodline needs to be done. Cody, if a Bloodline member is gonna win that title, it can't be from Cody. That title I think it can go back to the Bloodline from John Cena. Or somebody else.
Yeah.
It
At
cannot
Survivor
go back
Series next year when Jacob beats Cena.
In a passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they give Cena an Intercontinental title run. Make him a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
Make him a Grand Slam champion and a 17-time world champion. That'd be insane.
Yeah. So, where do we land on Bianca winning? First of all, obviously, we're getting Naomi and Jade.
Naomi
at
Jade
WrestleMania. That's happening. But Bianca is now in the match in the world against Rhea. So
or Io.
No, we're square. Rhea literally came out and stared her down. Oh my god! Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
Io.
Sorry, Io. Io's not winning tomorrow night. Sorry, That's not going to happen. It's definitely Rhea.
We can believe.
Yeah.
We can believe.
If anyone other than Bianca had won that match last night, you could convince me that Io might win tomorrow night. But
specifically Roxanne Perez.
But not now. No. Rhea definitely wins tomorrow night. And so Rhea, Bianca. Who you got right now, today? You can change your mind a month from now. But who do you got right now today?
Bianca. Because Rhea is better chasing the title. Just like Cody. To be completely honest, Cody is better chasing the title.
Okay.
like, I love that they gave Cody the title, but Cody is better. After basically a whole year with it, Cody is better chasing the title. I think, at least. They had better stories for him while he was chasing the title. While they probably won't have as good of stories this time when he's chasing the title, because there's no I gotta finish the story. Like, during that main story, he was doing side quests. He won the Undisputed Tag Champs with Jey Uso.
Yep.
At Fastlane, and had a libation or two, or a few.
Yeah.
See, maybe we could get Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso celebrating after WrestleMania when they're both champions of both world titles and having a libation or two, or a few. Again.
Bottom line, looking forward to tomorrow night. Looking forward to see what happens.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match.
I think it's going to be a good night. Well, just generally, I think tomorrow night will be a good show.
Yeah.
I you know what? I actually hope they keep the Rock, Cody, Cena stuff off of Raw. Is if they put it on Raw, you're just shadowing Jay and Gunther so much.
That's got to be on SmackDown.
Yeah,
it's all got to be on SmackDown.
Yeah. So they need to keep those.
Well, Cody's on SmackDown anyway.
No, I know. That's why it needs to be there.
Yeah.
It needs to stay there.
It needs to stay on SmackDown.
So
Cena's obviously going to go to SmackDown now because he's.
They should talk about it tomorrow night. They should acknowledge that it happened, but none of them should appear on the show.
They should acknowledge in the commentary when they're doing like reruns of it.
Yeah.
They should acknowledge that it happened and like have a big thing about, oh my god, this happened.
Yep.
And then don't mention it for the rest of the night.
Agreed. All right, so
I swear if you bring it
pro wrestling coverage.
You are missing the best match of the night. We have not talked about Kevin and Sammy.
Because it hurts. It was brilliant.
What a match.
It was brilliant.
It
was brilliant from top to bottom. Just an unbelievable spectacle.
It's a blood feud.
It's
a blood feud match.
I hope that they use it. I hope we move on. Obviously, it seems to be the obvious course that we're moving on to Kevin versus Randy. God bless us. It is 2025, and Randy Orton is a good guy, and John Cena is a bad guy. I don't know what world we live in.
Goodness. Wait, John Cena's the first time in his career he was a bad guy, right? Or NWO's.
I mean, he was kind of a bad guy at the very early, like the Dr. Thugonomics guy. He was kind of a heel, but no one took him seriously, so it didn't really matter. But since he has been popular, he has been a face the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's the big good guy.
I hope that no disrespect, but I hope that they use this to keep Sammy off of WrestleMania. And then I legitimately want him in April to show up in NXT. No, on Evolve.
Jeez. Oh my god.
As El Ordinarico.
Oh my, no.
And build his way back up over a course of just do it abbreviated. He does 2 or 3 weeks in Evolve, a month in NXT. He gets promoted to the main roster, and Kevin Owens the entire time is going, "That's Sami Zayn. Are you people stupid? That's Sami Zayn."
He's got the whole beard still.
Yeah, the beard is hanging out.
The beard is still there.
And at some point during this, Kevin wins the Intercontinental or U.S. Championship.
Mm-hmm. One or the other. I think it's got to be U.S. because if Sammy wins the U.S., then he's only the world title away from Grand Slam.
I don't care about that. But he needs, because there needs to be a reason for El Ordinarico.
El Ordinario.
to have a reason to face the champion that has nothing to do with the feud between Kevin and Sammy, where he's just like, I've earned this shot. I come in and I just win and win and win and win and win.
I haven't lost. I'm
yeah.
undefeated.
And Kevin is like, are you people crazy? Like,
Are you dumb?
It's him. It's him. What are we doing? Why are we pretending it's not him? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I think that's the best way to go.
And then he plants a flag in the middle of the ring that has a El Ordinario face and a Sami Zayn face on it. And it's like, it's the same person.
Yeah.
He's just got a mask on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And has a different name.
Yeah.
And then Sammy aligns himself, and then El Ordinario aligns himself with the Bloodline.
I can't imagine that anyone watching this on this platform will have any recollection of what I'm talking about. But my favorite version of this story was in Mid-South Championship Wrestling in the early 1980s, when the person under the mask was my favorite wrestler as a child, Jimmy Valiant. And Jimmy Valiant had this giant beard. He had a giant bleached beard. And he lost a loser to leave town match, and he came back under a mask. And it was just like the mask up here. So his full beard was out. And they were just like, I don't know, unless you take off his mask, I can't prove it's him. So to have Sammy come back with like the full beard just hanging out was just...
Or probably more recognizable for, because I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that guy or that promotion for it.
Ooh, that's where your grandfather worked.
Oh, well. Whoops.
Ooh-wee. You got to come and see. That was his song. He's the most. Yeah, yeah. From coast to coast. Yeah, yeah. Sexy Jimmy Valiant.
Okay.
He was the best. Oh, he was so good. He's still wrestling. He's like 80. And you can still find him out. You can go. You're on YouTube watching this right now. Go look him up. He's out there right now still wrestling matches. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting inspiration from Lucas Borland.
No. We're going to move in because we are not going to do an hour of this show. We're going to move into MLS.
Okay.
I
was going to do the ad, but okay.
You don't have an ad. We don't have any sponsors. No
Have you ever felt yourself wanting to watch a little Kick Pass Punch? I'm watching it right now. It's free. You should subscribe so you know when they upload. Okay, now moving back into the MLS.
Couple of things. First and foremost.
Yep.
Last on our first episode, who did I say was the team that was most likely to not make the playoffs last year and win the MLS Cup this year? Philadelphia.
4-1.
4-1.
Currently
over
leading,
Cincinnati.
Currently winning the Eastern Conference.
Currently winning the Eastern Conference.
Passed up.
8 goals in 2 games.
God. They have officially passed up whatever their names are. Columbus.
Yeah.
On goal differential. They're locked at 6, but goal differential has Philadelphia at the top of the league at the current moment after 2 games.
I am standing proud on my pick. Not a whole lot.
I'm standing proud
San
on
Jose.
San Jose.
They tied.
San Jose. Really?
Yeah, they didn't hold up as well. like after they had the first great win out of the chute. All right, they're doing all right.
San Diego, but yeah.
San Diego, sorry, against no,
San Diego versus San Diego played against St. Louis.
St. Louis. Who did San Jose play?
Let me check.
Man,
I'll get back. We'll get back right back to that in 1 second. I'm checking something. Oh, here I got it.
and probably the most predictable result of the night. The Chicago Fire gave up a goal in the 95th minute
Salt Lake.
to get
Or
a
not
draw.
Salt Lake, Sporting Kansas City. Also, San Jose did win. San Jose got a 2-1 victory versus Sporting Kansas City last
Was
night.
it San Diego that played with a red card?
There was multiple teams that played with red cards.
San Diego won with a red card though. They had a red card and they still won 2-1, I believe.
Let me check. I think that's correct. San Jose, but yeah.
San Jose. I keep
Mixing those two up. Yeah. Angel or
Yeah, I thought that it was a good. I thought it was a good performance from them. But the Fire, I thought actually played well, until somehow with 13 new players and a new head coach, they still decided to play the same tactics. As we are recording, Miami is winning 4-1.
the game is over.
Is it over?
It is over.
Who? Messi?
Messi wasn't even on the bench.
Oh, not playing at all.
Messi did not play.
All right.
Red card for Frey, but it does not have a minute.
So that's probably post game.
That is either post game or pre game.
Suarez in the 79th. All right. Oh wow, that's even worse.
Yeah, it was.
Houston's
bad.
goal is in the 85th minute, so that's just pure consolation
it was
at that
bad.
point.
Yeah.
It was 4-0.
It was 3-0 before halftime. It was bad.
But the Fire, I thought actually played really well for the most part, until inexplicable reasons they decided in the last 15 minutes to just stop pushing the ball and park the bus, and as always happens, they give up a goal in those situations.
And that goal just happened to be a potential goal of the year contender.
I mean, it was beautiful for sure.
Probably not a Puskas contender, but probably an MLS goal of the season contender. I'd say at least.
Little shout out to our buddy Dax McCarty,
We love Dax.
who predicted prior to the games last night that of the new players coming over from England who were making their first starts last night, that Wilfred Zaha and Charlotte would not have a good night. Bad call by Dax. What a goal.
I haven't
By
seen
Zaha in Charlotte. Full volley out of the air, on after a deflection from Atlanta's goalkeeper. Charlotte looking good with a 2-0 win over Atlanta. Both goals, I thought, actually beautiful. Both goals from Charlotte. The first goal, I mean, just a counterattack that was just wonderful. Exquisite passing back and forth. Totally outplayed them. The second goal, the Zaha goal,
Oh, that's nice.
Zaha is in the right position, but he puts himself in the right position.
That's
Right?
nice.
Guzman has to parry that shot away. He can't. It's too much power for him to control. So he's got to parry it away. He doesn't parry it out of bounds. Mistake on his part. He puts it back into play, and Zaha just picks it up in the air and just puts it back in.
That's a very tough ball to even hit. He didn't hit it like with I hadn't seen it, so I expected it to be like what a Pavard, almost like 2018 World Cup Pavard finish, pretty much. But it was like side of the foot. That's that's what you get when it's coming down like that on a super weird angle. You're not gonna get a super nice clean volley finish that's like side volley that's completely off the laces that just.
But I believe on the pregame show, well, after watching video of warm ups, I think Dax said that Zaha looked a little tired. Wasn't sure he was quite ready to be playing yet.
Well, he did come from Turkey, so I'm
Yeah.
sure he's pretty jet lagged.
Yeah.
Came
Yeah.
from
It sure didn't look like it. Sure didn't look like it once the game started.
We do love Dax.
So and to be fair, Dax acknowledged it and said, you're welcome, Charlotte. For
we love Dax.
uh,
Harrison loves Dax.
We all love Dax.
We know Harrison loves Dax.
We all love Dax.
Harrison expressed his love for Dax.
I just, I thought it was funny that he specifically said, I don't even remember who the second player was, but he was talking about two European players who were making their debuts last night. And he was like, the other guy is going to do way better than Zaha. Zaha just doesn't look like he needs a little more time to get acclimated. And Zaha came out like a ball of fire.
Yeah,
I thought he looked great. I thought he looked great. Overall, I had some good games over the weekend. And I guess we can close out with the horrible, unfortunate news that we learned today as we sat eating pizza. Manchester United is out of the FA Cup on penalties, having their fourth and fifth penalties saved by Fulham, as keeper.
It would have been nice if Onana had dived the right way for at least one of the penalties. That would have been nice to just see Onana dive the correct way for one of the four that were shot on him. I mean, a good game. Overall played well from both teams.
Definitely a good game, played well by both teams, for sure. It's of course it's that dichotomy. I love a penalty shootout, and I think it's the stupidest way to end a game. Could you imagine an NBA Finals game and they play like 5 minutes overtime and they're like, now we're gonna shoot free throws.
We're gonna shoot free throws till somebody misses. I mean, that's what it came down to in the World Cup final. And if somebody gets to block it,
it's just the worst way to do it. But it's also incredibly compelling while it's happening. So I don't think they'll ever. I don't even want them to change it. Just hate
honestly,
it.
I'd love them to. I'd love if they went. If everywhere just went to MLS.
The old MLS
penalties.
shootout. Yeah.
The 1v1s from the 35-yard line.
Yeah. At least you give the keeper a chance.
Like 35 yards out.
At least you give the keeper a chance at that point. It's not just a guessing game.
One more thing before we do wrap up. Galaxy took another loss today to Vancouver.
Yeah.
I know I posted a video on it, a short on it, but in the 85th minute of play, a goal from Vancouver to put Galaxy away and finish that off. I haven't checked since that game concluded where Dallas is where that puts Galaxy.
Well, they're on 0 points, right?
They are.
So it puts them behind the Chicago Fire.
Wrong conference, but yeah.
But
puts them in 14th place. Second to last in the Western Conference.
Yeah. How many teams in the Western Conference have 0 points?
3.
How many teams in the Eastern Conference have 0 points?
1. Montreal has 0 points, and then Houston has 0 points. LA Galaxy has 0 points, and Sporting Kansas City has 0 points. Actually, the Chicago Fire are doing better than 6 teams. Including that consists of the Houston Dynamo in 30th in the Supporter Shield, Galaxy in 29th in the Supporter Shield, Sporting Kansas City in 28th, Montreal in 27th, Nashville in 26th, Seattle in 25th, and Chicago in 24th. That's gotta hurt Dax's heart. Two of his two teams are doing not good.
I will just leave it with this. I was crushed this afternoon watching. And who is, I'm sure, and everyone, if they search their heart, would agree, the greatest player in MLS, Brian White, missed a goal of the season by this much. Like, this much. He was so close.
I mean, he made up for it in the 85th minute,
flat
scoring
out, Superman trying to put his head on that goal. It was spectacular. If he had put that in, it would 100% the goal of the weekend.
He did put the winner in, though. I think the commentators said it was either his 58th or 68th goal in a Vancouver Whitecaps jersey.
So, we'll leave it with that. Brian White, greatest player in MLS. Final word?
Kevin is right. Because Kevin is always right.
Malcolm White, Brian White, good night.
Like and subscribe for more videos.